So yeah, I didn't really go over prayer flashing, and it's not that difficult. I'd like to try to explain it in this video. But the best way to really learn it is to practice it yourself, and what you can watch other people do it. But anyway, as you can see, he attacks at a set speed, and I do as well. Given it all depends on what weapon is being used. That determines my attack speed and that determines the enemy's attack speed. That's what Jagex set up. But when you get from level 37 prayer to level 43 prayer, you get what's called protection prayers. And in order for these to be effective, you must activate that prayer before the animation. Like, you want to activate it right before he starts charging up his little spell. And the same goes with most creatures, most monsters in the game, is that if you activate the prayer, like if it's an archer, when he pulls back when you want to activate the prayer before he pulls back his bow. And once he starts pulling back his bow, you can turn it off, and you won't take any damage. That's just the way it was set up. Like, I guess it's like it factors in everything at the beginning of the animation rather than when they actually hit you. So if you activate it before the animation, then yeah, the only different case is aberrant specters, and I'm sure a few other monsters, but that rule applies for all of those. For most monsters in 07, is right before the animation. As you can see, for aberrant specters, you can, like, the whole going back animation, if you release it before that ball is released, then it won't block anything. You have to wait for that green ball to be fired at you. And that's the only one that's really different from, having to activate it before the animation. But yeah, and then I want to talk about other kinds of prayers, which are stat boosting prayers, like piety. This requires a high level prayer, level 70, and it's similar to flashing. This is similar to prayer flashing protection prayers, except that you want to activate it before your attack. And with this particular attack, I can hit above 40. So given that a bunch of other stats are factored in. Yeah, let me see if I can catch some high hits on the camera. There, with 34. All I'm doing is activating it before my attack animation. And if I want a prayer flash, in general, activate it before the monster's animation. It's that simple, really. But some people prefer to just leave the prayer on. But if you want to be conservative, you can do this. And there's a 38. So yeah, that right there is, it just shows you that that's when it's being factored in as the animation. In most cases. But yeah, I hope, if you didn't know what prayer flashing was or how to do it, or some people call it prayer flipping, but I hope you know what it is now, and if you, unless you just want to use a bunch of prayer potions, that's pretty much your only other option is to prayer flick or prayer flash. So yeah, I hope I covered that appropriately. But yeah, see you on the next video.